Francis. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Great.
I'm good. I trust you're also well and
My
keeping safe.
grace, I'm fine. I'm kicking this morning.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Bakaniaka.
Oh, Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Shake nuts. I'll be the week no end.
Today
is Thursday.
Yeah, today I'm a Thursday.
Today is Thursday.
It's Thursday, it's true.
Go happen sharp.
Fast.
Yeah, man. Anyway, before we talk about what's coming today, let's first review what happened yesterday. The Imani versus AG suit, what's become of it?
Okay, so you notice that the Imani Ghana, Professor Kwesieni, filed a suit at the Supreme Court, and all that they are asking is for the court to make an order that once you are the IGP, Chief Fire Officer, and the heads of the other security agencies, there's no way the executive should interfere with your mandate, unless, of course, it is clear that you are showing incompetence or you are incapable of doing the work that you are supposed to do. Yesterday, the Supreme Court sat a panel of 7 presided over by Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu. But unfortunately, when the matter came up, the applicants, through their lawyers, discontinued the action. But the indication is that they have refiled. But before the court got to know that application is being brought back, the court had a concern to say that you went out there, publicized this whole act, that you have come to the Supreme Court and all that, and you have come to court to withdraw. This is, you have, as it were, revived the interest of the public, and yet you've come to court and have the matter withdrawn. The Chief Justice described that as unacceptable, really unacceptable. But later on, it came to bear that they were withdrawing to refile or to have come back again. But effectively, what they are saying is that what they have withdrawn and the new one that they have filed, there's not much difference. After the Chief Justice asked, well, then the question begs the question, then why are you withdrawing? But they say they have some new or some fresh things to touch up with the new one that they have filed. So as we speak, the old one has been struck out as withdrawn, and a new one has been replaced. But we'll get to know of that one in subsequent edition of bulletins or subsequent hearings. Hearing days have not been filed yet, and so as and when it comes up, we'll bring it up to speed. So yesterday that case came up, but what we do know is before the court had been withdrawn.
There was a suit involving the EC chairs versus Oliver Barker-Vormawor, CJ and Attorney General. What was that suit, and what's become of it?
In 2022, sometime in January, Oliver Barker petitioned the president to have Jean Mensah, Dr. Bosman Asari, and Samuel Tete, the deputy chairs, removed for what they describe as incompetence. And it brought to focus the issue of SAL, where the people in that part of the country do not have a representation in parliament because of the creation of new regions and all that. So the EC says that once you petition, the EC chair and then the deputy said that once you petition the president, you don't bring the whole thing out like that to come and destroy us, to create disaffection for public, in public. And so they went to the Supreme Court, sued Oliver Barker, and in fact, they sued their Chief Justice and also sued the Attorney General. That matter came up yesterday. And guess what? The EC, through their lawyer, Justin Amenuvo, withdrew the application. But before the application will be withdrawn, in fact, it is still pending, the panel of 7, presided over by Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu. So when the matter was called, then the Chief Justice indicated, I'm even a party to this case. But the issue was filed when she wasn't the Chief Justice at the time. And the last court sitting, it was adjourned to have the panel reconstituted. That wasn't done. So she came up only to realize that she's on in the case as a party and also part of the panel. So that the question is, Mr. Justin Amenuvo, who is representing the EC chair and then the deputies, you said you are withdrawing the application, but do you have any objections to my inclusion onto this panel? And then the EC lawyer said that no. He doesn't have any objection to the EC, the Chief Justice being a party and also being on the panel. But Oliver Barker has this to say. He said that when the Chief Justice asked him the same question as to whether he has any objection to her inclusion onto the panel, he said, yes, for posterity's sake, I object to your inclusion on the panel. It is straightforward. The Chief CJ said, so the matter is urgent sine die to re-empanel the panel.
That's it.
That's it.
And who's going to re-empanel the panel?
It's the Chief Justice who have to do that. But the fact that she is a party to the case, so she has to recuse herself. So that was made clear. But Oliver is saying that yes, the EC is saying that they are withdrawing that particular case. But the point is that I am objecting to your inclusion because you are a member, you are a party. I'm the first defendant, you are the second, and the Attorney General is the third. So come and join me and let's fight the case. So that case has been adjourned sine die for the panel to come, and what they will come and do is just to strike it out as withdrawn, as simple as ABC. So yesterday that's what happened in relation to that case. But Oliver Barker Vomao has been speaking to us in relation to what actually took place yesterday after he, as it were, objected to the Chief Justice inclusion on the panel.
Petitioners who are petitioning them for their removal in respect of the incidents of Starr. Now, the panel before which the matter was placed includes the Chief Justice, but the lawsuit names the Chief Justice as a defendant, for which reason, even though the EC said they did not object to the Chief Justice's presence on the same panel, that we drew the court's attention that this is improper, and for which reason the matter has been adjourned sine die for the panel to be reconstituted.
Okay. So what's the next point from this?
Well, at this point, we wait till the court issues a hearing notice for us to reappear before a different panel, which does not include the Chief Justice, who is a defendant in the matter.
Okay. All right, thank you.
All right, so that's Oliver Barker Vomao.
Yeah, so a new panel will have to come. This time around, the CJ doesn't have to be included. So that was made clear. So that was what happened yesterday in relation to this case that was filed by the Jean Mensah, Dr. Bosman Asari, and then Samuel Titi against Oliver Barker, Attorney General, and then the Chief Justice.
All right. Beige Bank case. What happened yesterday?
They are still going. So yesterday, the ninth defense witness was in court, and he happens to be a former project supervisor of the Bench Group. So his testimony is to the effect that when the bank was being transitioned from Bench Capital Savings and Loans to the Bench Bank, there were a lot of project expansions were done. The old offices were upgraded, new offices were acquired. So his task in court was simple. He brought invoices, vouchers to come and on expenditures that were made to come and show the court that Michael Uneku did not benefit from any of such monies that were transferred to or to have this project dealt with. And in fact, the receiver is aware that they have done all these expansion projects and they were in use and they were very strong when, and as we speak, those projects were still in existence. So claims that Michael Uneku, the defunct or the CEO, the founder of the defunct Bench Bank, as it were, siphon or stole monies, that cannot hold. So that was in brief. His testimony was that yes, there were a lot of projects that were done, and he has evidence. In fact, he submitted what he said to be evidence to show that, or to show proof to the court presided over by Justice Ifeanyi Asare-Botchwey. So the next court sitting, the 10th defense witness will be up.
I see.
Yes.
All right. On to what's happening today. The big one that everybody is paying attention to is the ambulance trial.
Are you also paying attention to
Of
it?
course.
Of course.
Mr. Richard Jakpa, Lieutenant, Lieutenant retired Richard Jakpa.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that particular video of him walk
Yes.
to court.
Oh, yes. He was strutting like a soldier.
You enjoy him with his handbag
Yeah.
containing trial documents. So he comes to court, open that document, and you know that's it.
His suit is an interesting one. I think it's the kind that has the 5-button suit, isn't it?
Yes.
That one. That one. Typically, those who wear those kind of suits have security backgrounds.
He has a security background.
And the way he walks and the way he's holding his bag, you know, okay.
Notice that yes, he's somebody. He told me the last time that he's a principal.
Principal
He's
man.
a principled person. As to whether he's a hard guy, that one is for you and I to say,
determine.
But for him, he know that he's a principled man. So today, Justice Efiasewa Saribotwe, a justice of the Court of Appeal, sitting with additional responsibility as a High Court judge, who have the onus to deliver 4 strong rulings, excluding an objection. So it will be 4.5 rulings. So the objection will be dealt with before we come to the. So
that's a substantive matter.
Absolutely. So that is what we expect today. All applications, in fact, Ato Forson have 3 of them, and then Richard Jakpa also has 1. In relation to Dr. Ato Forson's one, he's seeking a stay of proceedings to appeal. And what is he appealing? They wanted the Attorney General to be the first to cross-examine Mr. Jakpa before lawyers of Ato Forson would do this. Now the court exercised discretion and said that once the accused person was done with his evidence in chief, the defense, Ato Forson, should do it, and then the Attorney General will be the last to conduct the cross-examination. So they are unhappy with that. So they filed a notice of appeal, and they are seeking the stay of proceedings. So that's the first one. Then the second one was the one that they said they want the trial to terminate, to be a stay of proceeding entirely in this whole matter, following the allegations that were made. And then the other one is also seeking to an inquiry into the conduct of the Attorney General, and then the issue of the audio that has come out following the NDC's press conference. Then Richard Jakpa's own is in relation to asking the court to drop charges or to truncate the trial in its entirety. So these are the 4 applications that Justice Efiasewa Saribotwe will be dealing with. And the court has indicated that she wants to deliver reasoned ruling in relation to these applications, so that anybody who picks a copy and read it, you know what you are supposed to do. If you disagree with it, then you go upstairs. Lawyers, there's a term that they use, that you go upstairs.
Where upstairs is what?
Upstairs means that you are going to the 3 wise men, Court of Appeal.
Court of Appeal.
Yes. So that's why you meet 3 judges. If you move from 1 to 3 judges, when you go to the Supreme Court, you're going to meet 5, 7, and 9 in that order. So today, Justice Efiasewa Saribotwe, today it will be like a monologue. She will be the one talking after the parties have announced themselves. Because no other business will transpire today apart from the judge giving us a reasoned ruling on all 4 applications, including analyzing the audio that was filed by way of supplementary affidavit by lawyers of Dr. Kasiel Ato Forson, former deputy Minister for Finance, currently the minority leader and also member of parliament for what's his constituency?
Who?
Ato Forson.
Ato Forson, that's Ejumaku Enyanesiam.
That name is so interesting when you are mentioned. And there's another one also there within that same area.
Commander Edna Igwafu Ebrim.
That name.
KEEA.
That constituency, anytime you mention, I say, wow.
Yeah.
So there are 4 different towns, right?
Yes.
Together.
Yes.
Wow.
Commander Edna is Omina.
Okay.
Igwafu Ebrim.
Wow.
Then this one is Ejumaku Enyan Isiam.
3.
Yeah.
4 against 3.
Yeah. This was not 4-3 decision at all. No. This is a 4-3 majority decision at all.
It's a straightforward constituency.
They are all in the central region, but they are on different parts. One is more agrarian, the other is more of a fishing community, yes, okay. Coastal community, KEA. And then Inyan Isiam is more in the hinterlands of the central
I'm much familiar with those areas because I've had trips too.
Okay.
The central region.
Judicial trips or personal trips?
Both judicial trips and all that. You know, the issue of the justice for all. I've also been on the trail to some of the Ankafo prisons, and in fact, most of the prisons across the country. I have had the opportunity to visit there, so I know what happened in there. So life has so many legs. So that is what we expect today before Justice Efiasewa Saribotwe, Justice of the Court of Appeal, will be sitting
on that matter.
Yes, High Court judge.
All right. The other issue to look at today will be on Cecilia Dapa's mates.
Yes.
What's the case and what's going to happen today? What should we expect?
Many will be wondering about where are we in relation to that case. Where it is now, or the status of that case now, is that Mr. Daniel Sekufo, the husband of Madame Cecilia Dapa, is still in the witness box. He has testified by way of his evidence in chief. He read it. Yeah, cross-examination has started. Sarah J, the first housemate, has cross-examined him, and now it is the turn of Benjamin Sowa, the boyfriend of Patient Boucher, to cross-examine him. So that is all that we are expecting today. Remember that Patient Boucher, who is said to be the mastermind, or who is said to be the one who led the who was in the room to be, she is the first accused person, but they have jumped her because he had to change lawyers and all that. So they move on to the second accused person, and today the third accused lawyers will subject Daniel Osekufo to cross-examination. And Mr. Kufuor has been telling the court how all of them, as it were, plot. One of them will be in the room, and the other will be serving as a gatekeeper, watching the gate. If somebody is coming, then they press, Charlie, there's a danger coming, find a place to hide and all that. And also been explaining how long they have been keeping or saving those money. Except for the past 20 years, they've been depositing money or trying to save monies. And they also gave breakdowns of how the monies were, or who owns what and who does the money belong to and all that. So that issue come up today. And before Justice Marie Louise Simon, Criminal Court 2. And in fact, this case has been earmarked for 2 p.m.
Okay.
Yes, 2 p.m. So by 2 p.m., we hope that a two-forcing ambulance case would have been dealt with, and then we can also look at
Proceed to
cases.
other matters.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. The other issue of the former second lady's robbery case. How's that trial going, and what are we to expect today?
Mrs. Matilda Yaba Emisa Atta.
Yeah.
I want some clarity on education on this. If you are married to somebody and the person is passed on, you still,
Yes.
you still Mrs. Oh, okay. So Mrs. Matilda Yaba Emisa Atta, the former.
Until she remarries.
Oh, okay.
She can. I mean, you can opt to revert to your maiden name,
Okay.
or still proceed because you are still Mrs. It doesn't change the status.
Yeah, I just wanted some clarity on that. So that case is before,
Because remember, if you're going to do a change of name to become to bear that name,
okay,
death does not change
absolutely.
that circumstance.
You have to
No.
go back and then
Yeah.
start the process of trying to-
Exactly.
You are right.
Exactly.
You're right. So for now, she has not remarried.
Yes.
She's still
Mrs.
a
Emisa Atta,
cool.
yes.
So that case is before Yahuza Usman, before Justice Lydia Osemafo. At the last court sitting, prosecution filed witness statement and some more disclosure document. They indicated that they have more to file, which the court gave them opportunity to do so. So today we are hoping that, or the court is hoping that all would have been done, the parties will be served, and then the case management conference will be held, where the court will look at all that has been filed and whether all the parties, the accused lawyer, accused person on one side have received, the court have received, and whether they will cross-check, go through one after the other, and find out whether what prosecution has filed is what all the parties have received. And if that indication is clear, and they also sort out how many witnesses will be coming, the mode of testimony, whether the kind of language that they will speak, and if there is a need for an arrangement to be made for an interpreters. If some of them will speak Chinese, they have to make a Chinese interpreter around. If anybody will speak French, they have to make sure Fanti, Chi, Dangbe, whatever language you intend to, apart from English, the court will have to make arrangement for an interpreter of a sort to come. So that is what we expect today. And if all is well, then they will also proceed to do case management completion plan. And a case management completion plan will tell you how long each witness will spend in the witness box. So they look at your witness statement, maybe it's 5 pages, 20 paragraphs, and they look at the substance, look at what the person said in relation to the charges that have been preferred.
Yes.
And then prosecution will also indicate, okay, when I look at the first accused person, the witness statement is 20 paragraphs. Okay, I'll need 30 minutes to cross-examine.
Then
And they
it's done.
sort all these things. So you know that once the witness comes, the maximum time that the witness will be spending is 1 hour, 2 hours, and all that. All these things have been done to ensure that expeditious trial are always in hand. So that is what we expect to happen in relation to the robbery case involving the former Second Lady Matilda Inusah Atta and some 4 others.
All right. Thank you, Murtala Inusah, for what's in court today.